some of you, if you are angry, it's until God gives you a revelation of maybe hellfire, or directly tell you, help this person. It's a bad spirit. It's a wicked spirit. That over my dead body talk, be careful. Be careful. There are husbands who cannot forgive their wives. They are together. There are wives who cannot forgive their husbands. When they are 30 years in marriage, you say, you offended me the third year of marriage, till today I've not forgiven you. And yet we can go to God and say, Lord, thank you for your mercy. God, if I don't pray 3 hours for the next 1 month, let me die on my way to Kaduna. You didn't even pray, even for 10 minutes. Yet you have finished your masters. It's called compassion. Listen, I'm trying to plant in us something. Believers must be governed by a culture. Don't conquer the limitation of your earthly family. There is no such thing like we are not like that. Nobody is born with compassion. It's something that comes with revelation. Can you love? And love genuinely. Some of us have black books. Huh? Black books. You write the names. That's wickedness. Even as Christ forgave. That luggage will interrupt your prayer life. Do you know one of the greatest ways to minister is to minister by love? It's amazing how all of these encumbrances can unclog, they can clog the flow of God's power. I want to prophesy. Please come, Pastor Femi. I want to prophesy to Pastor Femi right now. And I stand here, but I remember he kept me waiting at the restaurant the other day. He promised me that he was coming and forgot, and he left me there. Now, I'm not justifying what he did, for instance. But now you want to prophesy, and that anger and that annoyance. You see that? The nature of your prophecy will justify that it's not God that sent it. Because God gives good things. When you walk by love, even your health tells. There are people who are sick today not because of oppression. The way they think. They think until veins. The doctor, these veins that come out on people's faces because of anger. They are imagining, yet their hands are physically. You cannot live like that. You cannot be productive that way. When they see other people just giving God joy, koinonia is done and they are greeting, ah, Pastor Femi, how are you? They are just angry. And they are waiting for who is angry like them. So that I say, come, now that we are. No. Rejoice in the Lord always. And again I say, rejoice. Learn to rejoice. Learn to forgive. Learn to let go. It's okay. It's okay. The pot was not your own. The food was not your own. You know it's wrong. You don't see a pot that you don't have anything and just want to eat what is there. I was hungry. I had visitors. Sometimes the people may not even be repentant. Just let go. This is how unforgiveness works. I'm holding him. I'm not moving either. Are you seeing now? I can't move holding him. I'm holding him now, yet I want to move. I've kept him bound and I'm bound myself. Forgiveness is a type of giving. There is a type of giving called forgiveness. When you can forgive, you are a giver. It's not only seeds that you give. Forgive us our sins. All men are humans. Don't kill your child because of the report card he brought. All men are humans. They increase salary. Your son came back with a report card, second to the last. You want to kill him. He's a human being. I'm not justifying what he's doing, and I'm not saying it's painful to raise school fees. Don't kill the boy just because he brought that result. The boy you are killing today can be a prime minister tomorrow. Are you hearing what I'm saying? Yes. Learn to be there for people. I've taught it in this ministry. May God make you the shoulder for wounded people to be able to live. That you are the one, when you see people crying, you are not the one who say, look at this person crying. Crocodile, tears. You're a wicked person to see a human being crying and you are still saying it's crocodile tears. That you can stand and tell the person, look, I don't know why you are crying, but let's agree. Can you believe that I don't have transport? No problem. No problem. Let's go. We'll share together. The attitude. That is the attitude of a prayer warrior. That when you want to pray, when you approach God, you know that you are human. That's why I like this guy's song. What's his name? K Strings. That Menei song. It's a very powerful song because it's a revelation of the frailty of men. Men are frail. Men are very frail. There was a day, these people who beg, we are going to pray shortly. Some of these people who beg, they just stood at my gate. The kind of knock that they knocked that gate. You know, even the polite, it's as if they carried stone. Bang, 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 bang. I said, my God, what is going on? Immediately I opened, I just saw the woman backing a child, having one. I was sad because I was praying and it was a big interruption. I looked at the woman, I was wondering, and she looked at me. I could see her hunger-ravaged face. I looked at the baby, and then I just remembered. I said, let's assume I was the one, or that was my mother. And then I said, what are you looking for? Then she now lied. I said, madam, you are lying. She said, okay, yes, she lied, but this is really the thing. Can you imagine that all that drama is happening there? I can close my gate and say, carry your... Instead of you to just beg, you have now spoiled my mind and you are doing this. Compassion. There's this thing we call losing temper. I cast that spirit from your life forever. One more time, I cast that spirit from your life forever. I cast that spirit from your life forever. If there is anyone here under the influence of such a spirit, I'm saying it again, by the grace of God and the Spirit of the living God, I command that spirit to come out of your life now. Temper. Some of you can carry bottle and break somebody's head. Huh? Some of you can carry shoe and nail, hammer, anything. It's a demonic thing. When you are approaching the prayer ministry, you must be able to replace all of those devilish things with genuine compassion. How can you be a father when you don't have that allowance? Children are children. They will be stupid every once and again. Are we together? Someone was sending a text to someone to beg me for money that I will give him. Then I think maybe he forgot and forwarded the text to me. He wrote the number and told the person how to say it. Now I'm not looking, I am Abba, so I'm not. He had already told the person what not to say and what to say. When I saw it, I looked at the text, and then the person later realized that I made a mistake. The person could not even, I tried to call the person did not even pick, because he just felt, I'm dead, I'm finished. So while the person was complaining and doing that, I did a transfer to that person's account. And then I said, this part, give the person you want to pay. This one is for you. That was it. Then the person replied me and said, I'm ashamed of myself. I said, no. I said, what then is the excellency of being a father? Even as we forgive. Lord, you are not the only one who has that mindset. I also receive it in the place of prayer. The grace to give allowance to people. Allowance to people. There are times people are talking to me and I know they are lying. I know what they are saying is not true. But I can discern. They are not lying because they are wicked people. If you are going through the pressure they are going through, sometimes you may be tempted to be like that. And it is that ability to be able to not endorse what they are doing, but override it with fatherhood. Are we together? If God can show you that kind of compassion and you don't have for many, you are not praying according to God's pattern. You cannot say, Lord, look down my... Listen, there are many of us now, what is happening in our family is just because the man that was wicked is your father. But the truth is that that father man is under the curses of many people because of the way that man behaved for other people. Are we together now? And then you now see and say, my father was a doctor. Many people, he now destroyed many people. They've caused them. Oh God, overlook my father's wrongs. And God says, what of the people in your company? What of the people in your company? Someone was overwhelmed with the school fees of the children, and he quickly carried one bag of water to rush and go and sell it, and you curse the person. And the person just knelt down and was rolling there and said, I'm not a thief, sir. My wife is in the hospital. I've gone through pain. I'm not saying endorse him, but have the eyes to hear both the mouth and the hearts of men. You cannot deal with everybody generically. Many times, I don't like to see people without invitation because of how it interrupts my plans. But there are people that come to my house and knock, and I look at them, and once I see them, I can discern the heaviness in their hearts. And I say, although this is not the way I do it, but I have to attend to you. Listen, let me tell you this. If you do not show compassion, the day you will need it, that day, that's the day you will know that it is good to sow seeds of compassion. Many of us are not compassionate. Are we together? We'll stop here. We'll take part 3. I'll finish this up. Then I'll now show you the dynamics of prayer. But this is very powerful. Our Father, who art in heaven, faith. Hallowed be your name, reverence. Your kingdom come, priority. Give us this day your needs met on account of your desire to see his kingdom come, and then forgive us. We stand forgiven, every one of us, because of his mercy and grace. Why will you not show the same grace to others? Some of you, after this night's prayer meeting, you need to go back and just call your younger sister, your younger brother, and you say, you know what, it's 3 years now. It's over with all of that. We cannot be fighting. Some of you can even be here at Koinonia. After Koinonia, you just walk up to that department and just hug the person. And you, when they hug you, make sure you don't behave like a devil. After this preaching that I've spent time to preach, when somebody comes to make peace, how are you? Don't just sit and say, but you know, there's no special ceremony. We are all sinners. We were saved by the grace and the mercy of God. The same Lord is rich unto all. Yes. You do that and see what happens. The power of God can flow. Now you can trust what you see. You can trust what you hear. You cannot be receiving revelation with a heart full of bitterness and envy and believe it's coming as pure as it left heaven. That impurity in you, you believe it just passed like that? No, sir. I don't trust a man with bitter spirit. You cannot minister to me. You cannot prophesy to me. There will be a corruption. It's why men of God must have a large heart to love. Ladies, you must have a large heart to love. This is to get offended. You must crush it today. We're going to pray for the next 5 minutes or so. Anger, rage over my dead body until I die. Stop all those things. You're a child of God. There is a pattern of prayer. Compassion, love. As I approach God, I approach him with joy and gladness. I know that he's my Father. I know that I can cry my heart and pour my heart to him. Are we together?